The 192.6 miles from Abingdon, Virginia to Ashland, Kentucky started out on a sunny July 5th. The journey would be primarily on state highways. I knew I would see some pretty scenery, so I had my camera ready. The projected travel time was 3 hours and 40 minutes, but I knew it would take me longer. You have to stop and smell the carbon when you're driving through coal country. Eastern Kentucky has a rich musical heritage. A large number of nationally acclaimed country music singers and musicians are from the area. These include Loretta Lynn, the Judds, Ricky Skaggs, Patty Loveless, Dwight Yoakam, and Billy Ray Cyrus. When I passed the turnoff for Harlan, I thought of one of my favorite TV shows, Justified, which took place in Harlan County.
3.5 miles. Continue on to Joe's Branch, Johns Fork Road.
Coal plays an integral part in our country's development. Around April 13, 1750, explorer Dr. Thomas Walker was the first recorded person to discover and use coal in Kentucky. He burned it for his campfire. 70 years later, the first commercial mine opened in the western coal field in Muhlenberg County, which produced 328 tons its first year. By 1843, Kentucky produced 100,000 tons of coal, and 36 years later, it produced 1 million. And all of that coal was chiseled out of the earth by a coal miner with a pickaxe. Since its discovery, coal has gained both economic importance and controversy regarding its environmental consequences. The Eastern Kentucky coal field, which I was driving through, covers an area from the Allegheny Mountains in the east, across the Cumberland Plateau, to the Pottsville Escarpment in the west. Coal mines were built where the coal was, which was usually in rural areas away from everything. In the late 1890s, many miners immigrated from Europe to work in the mines. Companies built housing for the miners right along the road, so it was easy getting to the mine. And they deducted the rent from the miners' paychecks. In fact, coal companies built whole towns to attract workers to move there, from churches to schools to the company store, where their paychecks were tapped again for anything they bought. I discovered many houses to be long abandoned on my drive through the company towns. Increased mechanization and the emergence of strip mining reduced the need for labor. As of 2017, there were less than 4,000 underground coal miners. By 2001, 8.36 billion tons of coal had been extracted from Kentucky. Most family farms in the region have disappeared since the introduction of surface mining in the 1940s and 1950s. It was rare to spot a garden on my drive.
Proceed to the route.
Driving through coal country on the Coal Miners Highway and seeing the Coal Miners Memorial was quite a sobering experience. On my way to Ashland, Kentucky, quite a road trip. Coal's biggest economic impact has been low electric rates in Kentucky, which gives the state a competitive advantage in attracting industry, including those with heavy energy demands. When I finally reached the coal depot near Ashland, I imagined many more mountains of coal than was present, though Eastern coal remains widely used across the United States. I made it through coal country, and I am in Huntington, West Virginia at a restaurant called Black Sheep, and they have a very interesting menu, and I'm waiting for my two late bloomer fans that connected with me online, and I'm waiting to meet them for the first time in person, Gina and Angie, and we're gonna have a great lunch.
Hey, I'm David.
I'm Angie. I'm Gina.
Hi, nice to meet you. And we're in Huntington.
West Virginia.
So where are we now?
We are leaving Huntington, West Virginia and coming into Chesapeake, Ohio.
Oh my goodness. Then we're headed back to Kentucky, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're leaving Ohio and going back into West Virginia.
So why'd we do that?
Because it's much quicker than going through West Virginia. Bypasses almost all of Huntington traffic and puts you right up on the interstate approximately 7 miles outside of Kentucky.
It looks like one cloud.
It's the Appalachian version of June gloom.
Except it comes and goes, right? June gloom is there to stay where we are.
Yeah, this comes and goes.